I want to show you the Notes feature found in Logos 4. This feature allows you to add your own thoughts, your discoveries, or your insights, like a footnote, onto Logos 4 resources. So to add a note, first let's open up a resource. We'll take the ESV. And let's say I'm doing a study on the face of the deep in Genesis 1:2. So I want to add a note to Genesis 1:2. So I right-click that verse. I want to make sure that the reference is set to Genesis 1:2. Then I come down and I add a note. Whatever I type in this box will then be the note. Maybe you want to say face of the deep equals space, something of that nature. Now notes are saved in categories, and so up here where it says untitled notes, we want to add a title to this so that we remember it later. So we'll say creation is my category, and I'm going to add this note. Then you'll notice here on Genesis 1:2, that note is now present. Now you can also add notes specifically to selected text. Say I want to add a note to face of the deep. To add a note just to that area, select your text, and then when you get, and after you right-click, hit selection, and then add a note to creation. So I'm in the same note category, but you notice that Genesis 1:2 here now has face of the deep added. So I can say see above. Not very original. So now you'll notice that I have a note here specifically on this text for face of the deep, and I have a note here tied to Genesis 1:2. The difference in those notes is if I open up another resource, let's say I'm going to look at the KJV. You'll notice that my note that I put in the ESV is now in the KJV. So this note is tied to the reference, not to the specific text. But the note I did on the selection is tied to the specific text.